All right, we have to have a conversation. I had cut my computer off, was watching some NFL highlights, and I did what every sane person would do. I posted something on Twitter. One thing led to another, and here I am now currently sitting in front of you. And we have to have a conversation. And I'm going to title this The Great Jameson Williams Debate. What I find funny about Detroit Lions fans is that we pick and choose who we want to give a pass to. If it's a person you like, you give them a pass. What do I mean? Jameson Williams was selected 12th overall in the 2022 draft. The internet exploded. I had a fit, a natural fit. You saw it. Wasn't the pick, it was the position of the pick, meaning I thought we needed defense going into 2022. And for the first half of the season, I sure looked right? Defense turned it around. Now we get to the matter of Jameson Williams. He's hurt. He's drafted. The Detroit Lions drafted him for the future. That was year one. When he came in and played 6 games to end the season, did you expect him to have one catch? Did you expect that of Jameson Williams, right? When it comes to Jahmyr Gibbs, y'all ready to already turn the book on Jahmyr Gibbs. Why? Because some of you wanted Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter, I don't know, I haven't watched the Eagles every game, has played 5 games. And you already, when I say you, I'm talking to the individual who feels like this. You have already determined that he is a better pick than Jahmyr Gibbs. No, okay, you could say that. He went 3 picks before him. So he went 3 picks before him. He's playing like the 9th overall pick, right? Would you say that the 8 people selected before him are playing better than him? I don't know. I haven't watched all 8. This is a rhetorical question for those who feel this way. When it comes to Jameson Williams, I feel like he gets a pass because we want to give him one. And when I say we, I'm talking about the people that want to give him one. I'm neutral to him. One thing I do know is this. If you are drafted in the first round, you are to perform like a first round pick. If you do not, you are labeled a bust. I did not start that. I am not behind that. I do not control that. That is just how it goes. Brock Purdy. As a matter of fact, I want to bring in a tweet from somebody you might know. This guy goes by Syndicate. Here's what he had to say. Help me understand something. Draft position matters. It's literally the reason you were taken where you are. Here are the facts. Jameson Williams, 2022 12th overall pick. 7 games played, 3 receptions. He got hurt. Not his fault. Getting drafted 12th overall, out of his control. Getting suspended for gambling, also his fault, although the NFL is also to blame. His hands or lack thereof, also his fault. The expectation is for you to perform at the level you were drafted. Brock Purdy is relevant because he was Mr. Irrelevant. Tom Brady exceeded expectations, which adds to his greatness. I want Jameson Williams to succeed. I like nothing more. However, the excuses must stop. Okudah is a first-round bust, no getting around that. If you have 0 faith in J-Mo, fine. If you have 100% faith in J-Mo, also fine. Faith is based off trust, I should say, and he's given some no reason to trust him. He must earn it. Hutch was the 2nd overall pick, exceeding expectations. Megatron, exact same thing. Jameson Williams does not get a pass. Can he turn it around? Yes. Will he? I hope so. Last point. There's a reason he was going to be the first wide receiver taken. We're just waiting to see it. Again, I think that when it comes to certain players, we want to give them a pass. Everything that I said in there is facts. If you were taken, here it is that you are ready to already called Jahmyr Gibbs a bust. Why? Because he was taken in the 1st round and you wanted Jalen Carter. If Jahmyr Gibbs was taken in the 6th round, have you ever thought of why is why is the allure of Amon-Ra St. Brown so high? Because it's like, how did this guy last to the 4th round? Why is the allure of Jamarcus Russell the way it is? Because he was taken 1st overall. That means hundreds of NFL scouts scouted and said that he was the best player to come out of college in the year of 2007. If you are taken in the 1st round, if you are taken 1st overall, you are expected to play like a 1st overall pick. When you don't, that's when things start to happen. That's when the fingers start to get pointed. The higher you're drafted, the more intense the scrutiny is, right? When it comes to Jameson Williams, we continue to give more and more and more passes. Him dropping balls, that's his fault, period. That's it. If you are taken in the 1st round, the results are required faster. They're expected faster, right? Brock Purdy only matters because he literally was the last person taken in the draft. You know why Trey Lance is such a big deal? Because he was taken 3rd, and the San Francisco 49ers gave up picks to come get him. Draft position matters when it equals to expectations. That's just the bottom line. You have late round picks who build their stock up and then get traded away for 1st round picks. You have 1st round picks who lose stock and are cut like a Mike Hughes, like a Charles Harris, okay? Or traded or whatever it is. Does Jameson Williams have potential? Yes. Should I trust that what he's going to do in college is going to translate to the NFL? I would hope so. But you know what's funny is, I think that fans, we're just dumb, right? We're just idiots. We don't know anything. Just because we're not inside the organization, just because we're not involved in the decision-making process, doesn't mean that we're stupid. Doesn't mean that we don't have eyes to see, right? From the very beginning, in 2020, Jeff Okudah had bust written all over him. And from that moment, I had been telling everyone who watched my original channel that he was trending bust. And what did Jeff Okudah turn out to be? A bust. Why? Because he was taken 3rd overall. You're saying in the National Football League draft class coming in, he was better than 250 some odd people. Now, if you reverse that, if he is the 2nd or the 3rd to last pick, his name is no longer even being mentioned, right? When it comes to Jameson Williams, we have to stop this. This is where I'm at, okay? You were taken. If you are the 1st wide receiver to be projected to come off the board if you don't get hurt, you got to show something. And if you're being honest with yourself, he hasn't shown anything, right? Flashes. Is he worthy of the 12th overall pick? At this point, no. If you are saying that Jalen Carter is already Hall of Fame, that he's outperformed, that he's a guarantee that he's better in 5 games, you cannot say that Jameson Williams, he was hurt. Okay, he had an entire offseason. He also got to practice. Don't forget that the Detroit Lions waited until after he was ready to come off 3 weeks after that, and then he finally played. And when he played, his very first pass, he dropped. This kid, to me, he's up there with Jared Goff. It's like you love him, you hate him. I don't. It doesn't matter to me. All I'm saying is that if you are selected in the 1st round, you have expectations. That's why you were taken in the 1st round. There's no getting around that. That's it. Brock Purdy is not even supposed to be in the NFL. That is the facts. He's called Mr. Irrelevant because the creator of whatever the Irrelevant Foundation or whatever it is said it doesn't matter where you were drafted, you still got drafted. So it's not necessarily being that he's Mr. Irrelevant. It just says where you were drafted is irrelevant. But let's be frank, if Brock Purdy was a first round pick, then this wouldn't be the story that it is. He wouldn't be taking over the nation. It wouldn't matter that he's undefeated with the San Francisco 49ers. They have a stat with how many times it's been done. You can go look it up right now. There are a handful of last draft picks that have made a name for themselves in the NFL. It happens. When it comes to Jameson, I'm sorry for the length of this video, but when it comes to Jameson Williams, there's nothing more than that I want is to see. And let me be very clear. There's nothing more that I want than to see anyone who wears Honolulu blue and silver to succeed. I don't care what position you have. There's nothing that I want more. But if I have to be honest and I have to be frank, and what the reality is, at this moment, a year and a quarter into his career, Jameson Williams is not living up to the 12th overall pick. And the argument is going to be, well, he was hurt. He was hurt and he still went 12th overall. So that means he's extra good, right? He's extra good because this dude went in the first round being hurt. He was drafted for the future. Well, the future is here. It's now. And he needs to show up. But when it comes to J-Mo, it's like we have a soft spot because of what we saw him do in college. I'll just say this and I'll wrap the video up. It doesn't always translate to the NFL. I want him to succeed, but it doesn't mean he will. Okay, so that I just had to get this off my chest. Again, an impromptu video. There's nothing more that I want for Jameson Williams to exceed expectations. Calvin Johnson exceeded them. He exceeded, and he is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Kurt Warner is in the Hall of Fame after going undrafted and bagging groceries, but Jameson Williams gets every single pass in the book. That's all I'll say. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, go Lions.